Hi guys, today we will study about the basics of lease financing. Students, we all know that a company need assets to start a business or to go for expansion or diversification of their business. So one important thing is to acquire assets so that by using assets company can start operation and generate sales and profit for the business. To acquire the asset, one important thing that is required is the money or the capital. So company need to go for arranging additional source of capital either through ownership capital or by borrowings so that company can acquire a asset. So the capital requirement is must, and the shape of the balance sheet will definitely change when we'll bring up new capital and then invest that capital in acquiring assets so that business can be carried out. It would be wonderful if without buying an asset a company can get to use the asset, because using the asset for operation is important, not owning the asset, that is purchasing the asset. So there is one such contract where a company or any person can get the right to use the asset without owning the asset, and such arrangement, such contract is known as the lease contract. So lease contract is a legal arrangement between two parties wherein one party is the owner of the asset, and this owner of the asset, it grants right to use that asset to some other party, and the other party is the lessee, right? So this contract, the term of this contract is such rights to use a asset is granted for certain period of time, and in return the owner expects certain rent. So in legal terms or in technical terms, this is a typical lease arrangement or a lease contract where the person who owns the asset, that means the person who buy the asset, is a lessor, but lessor is not buying certain asset, these assets for their own use, but he is buying or he is owning those assets to give them on rent to somebody else. So the person who owns the asset is a lessor, and the person who gains the right or who enters into an arrangement to use that asset for his purpose is lessee. And the number of period is the lease period, and the consideration or the rent for which these arrangements are done is known as lease rental. So this is a typical lease transaction where asset is owned by somebody else but it is used by somebody else. Now what is the purpose or what is the benefit of these assets? The business which needs big equipments or maybe big assets like plant and machinery or any type of assets, if they can get to use these assets without owning the assets, then at initial period or the huge capital cash flow can be avoided, but a business operation can be carried out because use is important, not the ownership of the asset, right? So let us go with the features of these assets. The first important part of lease contract or lease financing is the parties to the contract. There are generally two parties, but there are certain intermediaries also. As I told you, one party who is the owner of the asset and another party who is the user of the assets. So these two parties, lessor and lessee, they enter into an arrangement that for certain period of time lessee will use the asset of lessor, and in return he will give some rent every year, right? So the first party is lessor. While doing the session of financial institutions, we have studied the lease financing companies. So generally these lease financing companies are lessor only, because now from the point of view of lessor, understand their business is to purchase certain asset, but these assets will not be purchased for operating the assets. These assets will be purchased so that these assets can be given on lease, they can be given to other person, and in return to the lease rentals. So these lease financing companies or these lessors in generally, their income source will be these lease rentals, but their investment or their project is these assets. right? So these lessors are generally big lease financing companies. They may be bankers. These days banks and financial institutions, they have also have a department of lease financing. Then maybe big manufacturer, the manufacturer of capital equipments, जो मशीनरी बना रहे हैं जो बड़ी कंपनीज, instead of selling those machinery, they give this machinery on lease and they are earning not by the revenue generated by selling those assets but by lease rental. Such arrangements are also there in the market. Then there are specialized financial institutions also that goes for doing this lease business. So the person who owns the asset and who lease these assets are lessor. Other party is the lessee. Lessee is the person or the business organization who wants to use that asset without owning the assets. So वो avoid करना चाहते हैं कि एक initial बड़ी cash flow हम परचेज करने में ना लगाएं, बट व्हेन वी यूज द एसेट वी विल जनरेट एवरी ईयर जनरेट सेल्स एंड रेवेन्यू, और उसी सेल्स रेवेन्यू से लीज रेंटल देते रहें. तो लीज कंपनीज लेसी जो होता है, दिस लेसीज आर जनरली द कॉर्पोरेट कस्टमर, द कॉर्पोरेट बिजनेस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जिन्हें वो एसेट्स का यूज चाहिए और विदाउट ओनिंग द एसेट. Then there may be other businesses also. तो जो छोटे बिजनेस हैं, not only corporate big houses, छोटे बिजनेस भी any type of assets जो लीज पे अवेलेबल है, so these are, they can become the lessee, they can take the asset on lease. Then maybe consumers. Consumers means not for the business but for the end consumption. Consumers भी किसी particular asset को lease पे ले सकते हैं for certain period of time in return of lease rental. So what is the purpose if you see from lessee point of view? So lessee wants to avoid the capital expenditure. Number one, capital expenditure, because he may not have the money or not flexible with sourcing the money, but he need the use of money. क्योंकि कुछ बिजनेस प्रोजेक्ट है हाथ में जिसमें एसेट्स की ज़रूरत है, जिससे सेल्स अर्न की जा सकती है, प्रॉफिट अर्न की जा सकती है, बट डज नॉट हैव द मनी टू इन्वेस्ट इन द एसेट. सो सच कंपनी विल गो फॉर लीज फाइनेंसिंग, और ऐसे फर्स्ट रिक्वायरमेंट आती है लेसी की. Another could be if the requirement for an asset is say for a very short period of time. So if the life of the asset is 15 years but we are buying asset just for the use for 2 to 3 years, then instead of buying these assets, अगर 2-3 साल के लिए रेंट पे या लीज पे मिल जाए तो बहुत बड़े कॉस्ट से बचा जा सकता है, राइट. सो ये अदर पर्पस हो सकता है लेसी का. सो एनी पर्पस, the person who take asset for use for in return of lease rental is the lessee. Then there are certain intermediaries also, those who arrange these lease transactions and those who the platform where lessor and lessee meet. तो बहुत there are number of financial services जहाँ पे लेसर और लेसी की कॉन्ट्रैक्ट को नेगोशिएट और फाइनल कराया जाता है. All these institutions are intermediaries. Second feature is the asset. Of course, these assets is the subject matter of the contract. These assets could be land and building, plant and machinery, other equipments also, automobiles, business itself. कई बार पूरा का पूरा business ही lease पे ले लिया जाता है. And then aircraft. Generally, students, these aviation companies, they don't really own the aircrafts. So maybe Air India or SpiceJet or Indigo, जो aircrafts हैं उनकी, they don't own this aircraft. They have taken these aircraft on lease from the company, maybe Boeing or the company who is making these aircraft. So in return of a lease rental, तो annually वो उसके लिए lease rent company को pay करते हैं lease पे जिनसे लिया हुआ है. Then there could be anything, any plant and machinery or anything that can be taken on lease. Third feature is the time period. So there is contract, the agreement of lease. One important term here is the years or the term, the time for which this right to use the asset is granted. It could be the number of years depending upon the purpose for which asset is required by the lessee. So at the end of this time period, what will happen to these assets? There may be three outcome. The lease may be renewed if lessee wants more use of that asset. अगर उसका काम अभी ख़त्म नहीं हुआ है तो जो लीज का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट है it can be renewed, और द एसेट्स गोज बैक टू द लेसर. टाइम पीरियड खत्म हो गया है, एसेट्स वापस से लेसर के पास चली जाएगी, हु इज़ द रियल ओनर ऑफ द एसेट. और मे बी द लेसर सेल्स एसेट्स टू द लीजी, बिकॉज बाय दैट पीरियड इनिशियली लेसी वॉज नॉट having the money to buy the asset, but over the period of time doing the business, lessee ने money इकट्ठा कर लिया है and now he can purchase the asset. So when the lease terms or the lease contract or the lease period ends, the lessee can purchase that asset from the lessor. So time period जब ख़त्म होता है तो that can be any type of outcome. Then the consideration here I means the periodic payment, and generally these periodic payments are annually in the market. So these are this is known as lease rental, and this lease rental is negotiated and structured at the time of entering into the agreement. तो जब एग्रीमेंट बन रहा है लेसर और लेसी के बीच में लीज फाइनेंसिंग का, तो these lease rentals are decided there only. तो द अमाउंट ऑफ लीज रेंटल डिपेंड्स अपॉन द कॉस्ट ऑफ इन्वेस्टमेंट, उस एसेट्स की कॉस्ट कितनी है, द कॉस्ट ऑफ रिपेयर एंड मेंटेनेंस ऑफ कोर्स, द डिप्रिसिएशन, टैक्सेशन, सारे एस्पेक्ट्स को कंसिडर करके लेसर एंड लेसी के बीच में नेगोशिएट होती है कि एनुअली व्हाट विल बी द लीज रेंटल. देन द टाइप ऑफ लीज, these were the four features of lease contract or the lease financing agreement that we have discussed. Now based on these features, the lease contract or the lease financing can be divided into two type of lease, finance lease and operating lease. जो finance और operating lease है ये हम किस issues किस point पे classify करते हैं, let us see that. Let us first look at the operating lease. Operating lease is also known as service lease. Now the first point or the first factor that we consider here is the term of the contract. Term means the time duration of the contract. Every asset has a economic life, so it has a life. For example, हम accounts में भी पढ़ते हैं assets की life is let's say 10 years. That means after 10 years asset useful life will be over and फिर वो स्क्रैप में बिकेगी. सो दिस 10 year is known as the economic life of the asset. If the asset is leased for a period which is very less than the economic life, let's say for a asset which has a asset economic life of 10 years, अगर उसको 2 या 3 साल के लिए लीज किया जाता है which is a very small portion of the total life, then such lease is known as operating lease, right? That means जो लेसर है वो एक ही एसेट को कई बार अलग अलग लेसी को दे सकता है. आफ्टर 2-3 ईयर अगर उसके पास वापस एसेट्स आ जाती है तो एसेट की अभी तो लाइफ बाकी है इकोनॉमिक लाइफ, बिकॉज इकोनॉमिक लाइफ इज 10 years, तो ही कैन गिव इट बैक टू अदर लेसी जिसे उसका यूज हो. So such type of arrangement where the lease term is much less than the economic life of the asset is operating lease, number one. And another thing is the जो lease rental है, जो lease rent कम टोटल लीज रेंट है उस ड्यूरेशन में, उस पीरियड में जिसके लिए लीज स्ट्रक्चर हुई है जितने सालों के लिए, if it covers the complete whole cost of the asset, then such totals to the cost of the asset, then such lease is known as operating lease. For instance, अगर एसेट की लाइफ है 1 crore रुपीज़ और एसेट लीज की गई है 4 to 5 years के लिए, इफ़ इन 4 to 5 years द टोटल लीज रेंट जो आएगी, if it is very less than 1 crore rupees, then such is known as operating lease. Generally it is said if it is nearly 15 to 20% of the cost of the asset, जो टोटल लीज रेंट जितने सालों में भी आनी है, अगर वो सिर्फ 15 से 20% है टोटल एसेट्स का, तो ऐसी लीज को हम ऑपरेटिंग लीज कहते हैं. क्यों? दैट सिंपली मीन्स कि एसेट्स पूरी लाइफ के लिए लीज नहीं हुई है, इसलिए उसकी पूरी कॉस्ट अमोर्टाइज नहीं हो रही है. सो इट इज़ नॉट सफिशिएंट फॉर द लेसर जो पूरे जो कॉस्ट है इक्विपमेंट की वो लीज रेंट से इतने सालों में कवर कर सकें. सो सच लीज विल बी टर्म्ड एज ऑपरेटिंग लीज व्हेन द टोटल लीज रेंटल is not equal to the cost of the asset, then this is an operating asset, operating lease. Third point is operating lease is cancelable. When the contract is cancelable, it can be just simply cancelled or terminated by giving a short notice by either party, then such contract is operating lease. Another point is the important point in terms of the cost of maintenance. You must be wondering, if a asset is owned by one person, it is used by another person, then who will bear the cost of repair and maintenance? तो अगर लेसी के पास 5 साल के लिए एसेट है तो उस एसेट में 5 साल में जो रिपेयर और मेंटेनेंस होगा, who will bear that cost? In operating lease, the cost is borne by the owner, that means the lessor. So lessor is responsible for any major repair and maintenance for the asset. Then the last feature for operating lease is the lessee has to depend on leasing of an asset to different lessee to recover the amount. तो इसे हम पॉइंट नंबर 2 से भी कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि फ्रॉम द पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू ऑफ लेसर्स बिजनेस, लेसर का बिजनेस क्या है, एक उसने एसेट खरीदी, अब उसे लाइफ टाइम में उस एसेट्स को इतनी बार लीज पे देना है, इतनी बार उससे इनकम जनरेट करनी है इन द फॉर्म ऑफ लीज रेंटल, सो दैट ही कैन नॉट ओनली कवर द कॉस्ट ऑफ द एसेट जो उसने एसेट को परचेज करने में लगाया है लेसर ने, बट ऑल्सो द प्रॉफिट फ्रॉम इट ऑल्सो, क्योंकि एवरी इन्वेस्टमेंट, एवरी सिंगल मनी यू इन्वेस्टेड इन द बिजनेस नीड्स टू अर्न समथिंग, राइट, तभी तो लेसर बिजनेस कर रहा है. सो यहाँ पे ही हैज़ टू डिपेंड अपॉन नंबर ऑफ लेसी. तो ऐसी अगर डील होती है उस डील को हम कह रहे हैं ऑपरेटिंग लीज, राइट. As against it, we have financial lease also. Financial lease is also known as capital lease. The word capital is for longer term and huge amount, right? First issue point जिस पे हम बात करते हैं is on the basis of maintenance and cost of repair. In finance lease, the repair and maintenance cost is borne by lessee, the user. सो ओनर का हेडेक नहीं है फाइनेंस लीज में. क्यों नहीं है? बिकॉज फाइनेंस लीज लंबे समय के लिए होती है. सेकेंड पॉइंट देखते हैं. सेकेंड पॉइंट इज फाइनेंस लीज इज not cancelable. Typically they are not cancelable if agreement is for certain period number of years. तो उस number of years से पहले वो contract terminate नहीं हो सकता है under normal circumstances. Just by giving simple notice ऐसे contract cancel नहीं हो सकते हैं. Third point is important, which talks in terms of the period. In finance lease, the period is approximately the useful life of the asset. Approximately here means it is more than 90%. So nearly 90% or more of the life of an asset, the asset is lying with the lessee, then such type of lease is known as फाइनेंशियल लीज. दैट मीन्स हमारे एग्जाम्पल में अगर 10 ईयर्स इकोनॉमिक लाइफ है और उस 10 ईयर्स में 9 ईयर्स वो एक ही लेसी के पास लीज में है, तो इस कॉन्ट्रैक्ट को हम फाइनेंस लीज कहेंगे. लेकिन अगर 2 से 3 साल है तो वही कॉन्ट्रैक्ट ऑपरेटिंग लीज हो जाएगा. सो इन केस वेयर the whole life or majority period, 90% period of the life is with the single user, with single lessee, तो definitely lesser उससे जो lease rental earn करेगा, it should be the whole amount. It should be covering the cost of asset also for him, for lesser, and also his profit, जितनी भी उसकी प्रॉफिट होगी. सो द फोर्थ पॉइंट सेज द फाइनेंस लीज आर फुल्ली अमोर्टाइज. दैट मीन्स द प्रेजेंट वैल्यू ऑफ द टोटल लीज रेंटल, जितने सालों में वो पे करेगा, इट इज अप्रॉक्सीमेटली इक्वल टू द कॉस्ट ऑफ एसेट्स इंक्लूसिव ऑफ इंटरेस्ट. इंटरेस्ट हेयर मीन्स द रिटर्न और द प्रॉफिट दैट लेसर वांट्स टू अर्न ऑन दैट एसेट. So such, if these are the consideration, these are the terms of the deal, then such lease deals are known as financing deals. Looking into the benefit of lease, the first benefit is the benefit of taxes. Now how the taxes? For both lessor and lessee, टैक्स का बेनिफिट लीज में मिलता है. नाउ रिमेंबर सम फंडामेंटल्स ऑफ अकाउंटेंसी. व्हेन अ कंपनी परचेज अ एसेट्स, so he is entitled for the depreciation on that asset. तो depreciation expense एक asset का company अपनी expense में लिखती है. And depreciation expense, dear students, you must be knowing, is a tax deductible expense. We have already studied about tax deductible expense. So every company has some tax saving because of such tax deductible expense. So कंपनी जब एसेट खरीदती है तो उसके ऊपर डेप्रिसिएशन क्लेम करती है और उससे उसे टैक्स का फ़ायदा मिलता है. तो ये फ़ायदा अभी लीज में किसको मिल रहा है? लेसर को, बिकॉज ही इज़ द ओनर ऑफ द एसेट. बट ऑन द अदर साइड लेसी के लिए ये जो लीज रेंट दी जा रही है, दीज आर इन टर्म्स ऑफ एक्सपेंसेस, एनुअल एक्सपेंसेस. दैट मीन्स इट्स नॉट कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर, इट्स अ रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर. डे टू डे एवरी ईयर यू हैव टू राइट इज एज अ रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर. तो अगर कोई रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर वो अपने P&L इनकम स्टेटमेंट में लिख रहा है, तो सच रेवेन्यू एक्सपेंडिचर विल ऑल्सो डिक्रीज प्रॉफिट बिफोर टैक्स एंड दे ऑल्सो विल हैव टैक्स सेविंग ऑन दीज लीज रेंटल्स. सो टैक्स सेविंग लेसर और लेसी दोनों को मिल रहा है लीज ट्रांजैक्शंस में, राइट. सेकेंड इज अवॉइड ओनरशिप एंड अवॉइडिंग रिस्क ऑफ ओनरशिप. ऑफ कोर्स इफ एसेट इज नॉट ओन्ड बाय लेसी, सो ओनरशिप से रिलेटेड जो रिस्क है, ओनरशिप से रिलेटेड रिस्क मीन्स अगर टेक्नोलॉजी एब्सोल्यूट हो गई, मशीनरी आउटडेटेड हो गई, या इन्फ्लेशन के जो भी ये सारे चीज़ें हैं, ये सब लीज ट्रांजैक्शन में ओनरशिप नहीं है, इसलिए ये सारे रिस्क भी नहीं है फ्रॉम द पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू ऑफ लेसी. लेसर की तो होगी बिकॉज ही इज द ओनर. Then the balanced cash flow, very much true. Balanced cash flow here means this is the biggest advantage where you don't have to put your money or cash in one outgo. एक बार में bullet payment में नहीं देना है, but it will be a streamed thing. It will be spread out in a number of years. So as you earn, you can pay. So this is balanced cash outflow. Then the better uses of capital, because you don't have to worry about investment in asset क्योंकि वो लीज पे मिल जाएगी. Use is important, so more investment will not be there in the business. अगर investment ज़्यादा नहीं है, so ROI will be better. ROI better हो जाएगी कंपनी की. Then better planning. Better planning here means these lease expenses usually remain constant. So we beforehand know. Before the planning period, planning 1 period, we know this is going to be the fixed lease rental from lessee point of view and from lesser point of view also. Lesser को भी पता है इतनी cash flows end में आनी है on in terms of lease rental, और lessee को पता है इतनी lease rental देनी है. So अगर fixed amount, estimated amount में expense का पता हो, so cash planning and other planning can be better in the organization, because we certainly know this is going to be the outflow and this is going to be the inflow in case of lesser. Then the low capital expenditure. Of course, this is the ideal option for newly set up business, because they don't have to incur capital expenditure if they can get the asset on lease. So जब एक lessee लीज पे एसेट ले रहा है और बड़ी एसेट ले रहा है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल एविएशन कंपनी टेकिंग ऑन लीज एयरक्राफ्ट्स, और मे बी द हॉस्पिटल्स टेकिंग ऑन लीज द ह्यूज मेडिकल इक्विपमेंट्स. सो ऐसे बड़े इक्विपमेंट के लिए दे डोंट हैव टू राइट इट इन देयर बैलेंस शीट, बिकॉज ये जो ट्रांजैक्शन है ये ऑफ बैलेंस शीट आइटम है. सो ऑफ बैलेंस शीट आइटम है तो दे आर नॉट डाइल्यूटिंग योर डेट इक्विटी रेशो ऑन द फेस ऑफ इट. अगर बैलेंस शीट देखेंगे तो वहाँ पे लाइबिलिटी नहीं दिखा रही है. अगर हम बैंक से लोन लाते हैं और इफ देयर इज अ बोरोड कैपिटल, दैट विल नॉट बी देयर इन द लाइबिलिटी साइड ऑफ द बैलेंस शीट. सो दिस इज अनदर बेनिफिट ऑफ लीज financing. Then looking into the disadvantage of lease financing, first one is the lease expense. So in case of finance lease, you are not owning the asset, but you will have to incur repair and maintenance expenses. This is disadvantages. Then limited financial benefit. Limited financial benefit means if the asset appreciates, for example अगर land lease पे लिया हुआ है 10 साल के लिए, अगर अपनी होती लैंड ओनरशिप भी होती तो जो लैंड का एप्रिसिएशन है वो भी बेनिफिट होता कंपनी का, बट ये बेनिफिट नहीं आएगा इन केस ऑफ लीज इन फ्रॉम द पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू ऑफ लेसी, बिकॉज जो फाइनेंशियल बेनिफिट है इट इज़ ओनली फ्रॉम द यूज ऑफ एसेट्स, नॉट बाय कैपिटल एप्रिसिएशन ऑफ एसेट. Another disadvantage is reduced return for equity holders. Why reduced return? Because asset appreciation की जो benefit है वो balance sheet को business को नहीं मिलेगा, so equity holders will not be benefited. Then it is treated as debt. This is important. Try to understand. So when you analyze analyze books of accounts of a company, so balance sheet में lease transaction are not recorded in the liability side, but as they are recorded as the contingent items of balance sheet items. So while doing the financial analysis, what these experts do, they also read these clauses. जो लीज से रिलेटेड नोटिस है, क्लॉजेज हैं या जो डिस्क्लोजर है उनको पढ़ के डेट की निकाल रहे हैं, रेशियो निकाल रहे हैं. सो दिस इज ट्रीटेड एज डेट, ऑल्दो इट इज़ नॉट अ डेट, लेकिन ये एक फिक्स्ड ऑब्लिगेशन, फिक्स्ड कॉन्ट्रैक्चुअल फिनेंशियल लाइबिलिटी है, लीज रेंटल. सो दे कंसिडर इट एज debt. So this is disadvantage of debt because asset side is not increasing. Assets में हम उसे include नहीं कर रहे हैं तो assets का size छोटा है, लेकिन जब debt का जब capital market या financial analyst जब वो company को का debt analyze कर रहे हैं तो they consider this lease liability also. Then limited access to other loans, क्योंकि debt consider की जा रही है तो फिर अगर पहले से ही financial obligation ज़्यादा है तो other options भी लोन लाने के बंद हो जाते हैं. देन प्रोसेसिंग एंड डॉक्यूमेंटेशन ऑफ लीज इज़ वेरी क्रम्बलसम, वेरी कॉम्प्लेक्स, क्योंकि लॉ लीगल कॉन्ट्रैक्ट है, सो लॉज और पेपर वर्क बहुत ज़्यादा है. देन कम्स द मेंटेनेंस ऑफ द एसेट. सो द यूज़र ऑफ द एसेट इफ़ ही इज़ नॉट रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर मेंटेनिंग द एसेट, तो समटाइम ऐसे इश्यूज़ भी होते हैं जब उसकी प्रॉपर हैंडलिंग एसेट की नहीं होती है. सो दीज आर द डिसएडवांटेजेस ऑफ लीजिंग. यू मस्ट बी थिंकिंग कि अगर लीज है तो बोरोड मनी से भी तो एसेट ली जा सकते हैं, क्योंकि बोरोड मनी में भी वन टाइम फर्स्ट टाइम यू डोंट हैव टू पे मनी, सो धीरे धीरे EMI और इंस्टॉलमेंट में दे देंगे. बट देर आर सर्टन डिफरेंस बिटवीन लीजिंग एन एसेट एंड फाइनेंसिंग द एसेट्स. वी विल अंडरस्टैंड दिस ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ सर्टन पॉइंट्स. Meaning of lease transaction is, as we know, it's a legal agreement where one party hold ownership, another party use the asset. But in financing, it refers to borrowing money which is repayable at certain period of time. The ownership in case of lease is with the lessor, that means the owner, but in financing ownership is with the user, that is the company itself. The consideration for lease is the lease rental, and for financing it is down payment and installment. Now come on to the risk. The risk in assets in case of lease transaction is with lessor, but in case of financing transaction it is with the borrower. Borrower means the user, because user is the owner. He is including these assets in his asset side. He is claiming the depreciation on these assets. So for every risk he is responsible. Accounting in lease transactions, off balance sheet item. Lease is a off balance sheet item for a company, but from financing point of view they are included as liability. Why? क्योंकि you will have to raise money from borrowings, maybe bank loan. Financing means bank loan, or maybe from any other source जहाँ से आप debt लेके आए हैं उस assets को purchase करने के लिए. So this will dilute your debt equity ratio definitely. Then the type of expenditure, leasing is an operating expenditure for a company, but financing is a capital expenditure for a company, because for leasing you have to pay annual lease rental as cash flow, cash outflow, so a recurring item, that is operating item, but financing is going to be a capital expenditure. So from lesser point of view, अब लीज और फाइनेंसिंग के डिफरेंस को छोड़ के अगर एक बात और मैं आपको बताऊं, फ्रॉम लेसर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू इन हिज बिजनेस दिस लीज इज अ इन्वेस्टमेंट डिसीजन मेकिंग, बिकॉज दिस इज हिज प्रोजेक्ट, to purchase an asset and then give it these assets as rent. But from lessee point of view, this is a financing decision making, because he is searching for a alternative to financing, क्योंकि एसेट तो उसे चाहिए, बट इंस्टेड ऑफ बाइंग ही इज गोइंग फॉर लीज ट्रांजैक्शन. सो फ्रॉम lessee point of view, this lease is a financing decision making. So this is all about leasing transactions.